Hello everyone, this is Robert. How are you today? Hope you're all very well and enjoying your chess. Now, I've got a game for you. I played it about an hour ago on chess.com, and I played this guy called Gskovden. I believe he's Ukrainian, and I think when I checked, his name is Denis Gavalov, something like that. He looks like he's in his late 20s or 20s, something like that, maybe 30s. It was a really interesting game, so I'm going to share it with you now. And this is the way it went. I was playing white. There's his picture with his rating there. So let's have a look at the game. I played f4, birds, knight f3, 6, c6, g3. Now what I'm doing is I'm going into a reverse Dutch Leningrad opening, which I've had success with. I don't play it very often, but I might start playing a bit more. h6, bishop g2, d5, d3. This is the way the opening goes. The ideal is to castle queen e1 and then push the pawn to e4. Right, I don't get this very often, but this guy has attacked my center straight away, so pawn takes, you always take in this sort of situation. So pawn takes pawn, and now he's gone in knight to g4. I don't mind this at all, because by playing d4, if he's not careful, when I play h3, he's going to lose his knight. So he played bishop b4, missed a mistake, bishop b4 check, and I just simply play c3, and now he won't be able to save the knight. When he moves the bishop away, h3, and he could not go back, so he's just given up the knight. And I took it with the king. Now he's gone bishop e6, a4. Now the plan is to play b4, and then if he goes back bishop b6, I can play a4, and I win another piece. But this time he saw it, and he's played a6. I played rook to f1. This way I can castle mechanically, so I can play my king back to g1 if I wish. And he's played castles, knight on b to d2, queen to d7. Now I've got a pawn hang here on a3. If it was a standard game, I would protect that pawn, but as it's only a 5-minute blitz match, there's a good chance you'd allow me to attack that h6 pawn. So what I did was I played knight b, knight b3, attacking the bishop, and he went for it. He took the pawn. So that's good, because I'm not going to go bishop takes bishop. Instead, I played the rook across. After he swaps bishops, if he does, then I've got an attack on his king side with bishop and the rook on h1. So he did take the bishop. I took back, and then he played queen e6, protecting that pawn. And I've just protected my center with bishop. I don't mind if he plays g5, because after g5 he's in a lot of trouble. I can snap that g5 pawn off and have an open h1, h8 file. Now he's gone back with the bishop because he wants to move the knight probably, and if he wants to move the knight, he'd be leaving the bishop on pre. So queen d3. Now this is looking good now, because now I can enter the g5 square and he won't be able to take, because I made him on h7 with queen and rook. So he's gone back with a knight to e7, and I continued with knight g5. So he can't take it, he'd be checkmated. I'm attacking his queen, he's got to go somewhere. So he's gone to g6. Now, probably I should take that queen, and after he retakes with the knight, what do we do then? I don't know. Well, in that case, I'm not going to take it. So what did I do? Let's have a look. I played knight back, and then if he wants to take me, he can. And we'll start up again from there. Now he's gone queen to e6. Time's getting on. We're both using up quite a bit of time on the clock. So I've gone now queen d2. This is a direct threat to his h3 pawn. And if he goes g4, g5, I could play bishop takes, pawn takes, g5, knight takes g5, or queen takes g5, and I've got a very strong attack. So he's got knight into g6 now. So I took the pawn on h6. It's the sacrifice. If he goes pawn takes, I can go queen takes or rook takes, whichever. If I go queen takes, I'm threatening checkmate on h7, and then he has to play rook from f8 away from there so he can get his king out. So I probably can't checkmate him. So he took the bishop, and I decided I'd take the rook instead, pinning the queen. And he played king to g7, which is a good move because now he's got a chance to bring his rook across to h8. So I played the knight attacking the queen here, but I made a mistake because I overlooked the fact that he's got knight into check, and when I take it with the pawn or the queen, he can take my rook. What I should have done now was to have doubled up my rooks, but I didn't play it right. So he has in fact played knight into f4. He played knight into f4, not f5, f4, checking me. So I took the queen. I'm going to lose a rook here, but it's not all over for me because I can just play the rook across, tuck in the queen, and when he moves his queen, I can check him. Probably should check him on h7, but something, I guess. I played knight back to d2. I want to bring the knight into this game if I can. And now he's brought his rook across to h8. So I have to do something here. So I took the rook, he took the other rook, and then I brought the other knight into the game. So on the exchange down for, what's it got, 5 pawns? So I've got 2 pawns for the exchange, which is about normal. So that would say we're evens. And he's got a bishop going nowhere at the moment. So he's got to make a move now. And he plays c5. So yes, he wants to try and bust up the middle and weaken that d4 square. But I've got time to attack him now. So I've gone knight into h4. And he's played queen into h5. You can attack that e2 pawn with a check. So I have to be careful, but I got to keep attacking. Queen f6 check. He's gone back. Now I will play d6. So if he takes a pawn, checks me on e2, I can play king into h3, and he can't check me on f1 because my queen's covering f1, and then I'm threatening checkmate. He's got problems. So he did take the pawn. I went into h3, and he's in trouble. He's got real problems now. In fact, he's losing. So he's gone back with the queen to try and stop me from playing pawn takes pawn, which it won't do because I don't need to. I just push the pawn on, and I've got a queen next go, and he can't stop it. So what he did was he took the knight, and I checked him. So he knows it's game over now. So he gave up his knight to try and stop a mate, but it's not going to work because after he plays king h7, I've got a mate in attack here, and this is how I did it. Queen check, king g7, queen check again, king g7. I needed to think because our clocks were almost gone. Queen f6, and I'm threatening queen takes pawn, and then even pawn takes pawn. So here we go. Queen takes pawn check. It's got to go to h6, and then I checkmate him on g6. There we are. So, interesting game. I made a couple of mistakes trying to get there, but I got there in the end, and I was just pleased to be him. So, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the game, and if you're enjoying these games and you'd like to see more of them, then please subscribe, and then you'll get a pre-notice of the game as it arrives. You'll know about it rather than having to go to the site to find out if there's any more games. Just subscribe, and if you could give me a like if you like the games, which is encouraging to me personally, knowing that you've enjoyed what you've watched. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the game, and I'll see you very soon with another one.